Well, guys, welcome to Barber Motorsports Park. This is a track that I've only raced once at, so I kind of have an idea where some of these turns go, but that's about it. I got one buddy who does lemons racing around here, and he knows this track very well. But welcome to Can a Stock Car Blank? And the essence of the series is I take the Gen 6 stock car, as seen here, and see what kind of time I can do. I'm not a professional race car driver. I'm not, the greatest racer when it comes to sim racing or anything like that. But I just want to see what kind of times that they can put up compared to other cars that go around the track. This car's not built to go around road courses, it's built to go around ovals. And so that makes the challenge a little bit more fun, especially since the Gen 6 car, or actually the Gen 7 next gen car, is built for road courses. It brings a new kind of a challenge. And so you're probably wondering, well, why don't you use this, that, and the other? Or why don't you use the next gen car? A very simple answer to that is the next gen car is still under development. It doesn't quite run the way it's supposed to. So here we are in the Gen 6 car, just going out, having some fun, and running some laps. And so the essence of this is I give myself about 30 minutes to kind of figure out the track. Just figure out the track and get around it and see what kind of time I could do in a best out of 3, and in a situation where I don't get 3 laps in, it'd be best at whatever my practice laps were. It's going to be the big thing about this car is that the back end is just not gripping up the way I want it to. The other tracks were pretty manageable, but... Oh yeah, so a small caveat about the setups that I'm using. Unless the track has a setup, such as Sonoma or Coda or Road America, I will be using the Watkins Glen setup. And then only changes that I'm really going to make are going to be things that make sense for the sake of drivability. Steering ratio, steering offset, granted those aren't going to change too much from track to track. Brake bias, and then rear end ratios, that way I'm not just revving the nuts off of it halfway across the track where straightaways are. Missed that one. Shit, we're good. So, 3 series race here, if I recall correctly: IndyCar, MotoGP, and Lemons Racing. Apparently, this track hosts a lot of Lemons Racing, which I feel like a bit of a lemon right now with the way I'm driving.
A little bit, please.
I will get those times pulled up towards the end of the video. I usually have them pulled up ahead of time, but I just kind of forgot about it. Run it wide because we got that apex coming up. I'll get set up for it. I should probably stay in second gear there. of the difficulties of that corner is the fact that you're going over a hill, and so the whole car goes light, and the possibility of locking up increases quite largely. Jesus. Yeah.
We'll be fine.
I in the one race I did, I had a full hour of practice. I could never get a good lap. Never. And anything I got close to a good lap was just me holding on for dear life. I have a tendency to extremely overdrive or underdrive the track. There is no yellow. So here, I'm going to take you through a slow lap here once we get back to the start-finish line. Okay, so we're coming up to turn 1. Got to brake somewhere around the 3 or 4 in the stock car. You turn in, you're going downhill, in which you bottom out there into a braking area, of which you got to either keep it really tight through here so you can cut off the most amount of space of that corner, or run it wide and get a better angle out of here going uphill to the right over crest, of which you come into another braking zone where you're cresting over in a brake zone, pitching down to the left here. And it is a continuous left. You can strafe wide. That's what I did when I was racing this track before. But yeah, so hard left into here. And now you can either take it straight, bump off both the curbs, so that way you're braking straight, or you can actually try to do a little bit of a avoidance around the curbs, but it's so freaking hard to get it right no matter what. Which then you come into this shallow left followed by medium right, so you can actually carry a lot of speed through there, but it's just all about getting the right angle, which then you come up to basically the more extreme version of that corner. More turn, more hill, more divot, accelerating uphill over a crest into another brake zone. And this, you got the apex here, or you can just ignore it, keep staying out here, so that way you can set yourself up for the right-hander here. That goes from gradients to just basically a hard 90 into another hard 90. It's a good track to learn, as I've been told, but at the end of the day, this is not a good track for me. It's just, especially in cars that are not suited to go around here. If I were to hop in Indy car, we might be having a different conversation, or actually build a proper car to take this on. Let's see. And there you got bumps, and the car goes wide. If you get it right, you can carry a lot of speed through there. Oh god. We're good. Looking for that light. And we're basically trying to trace that light if your vision is correct. If you trace that light, it basically guides you to the apex of that turn. corner is just so freaking hard to get right. Tell you what, this track makes for some cool video shots with how much I'm drifting out of these corners, just power sliding. More than anything, I should say. I almost feel like I'd be better off with the Sonoma setup. See, and then you hold the 2 white here, you end up just missing the right-hander from going wide on the previous. Just shattering the rear casually, breaking the transmission and then drive shaft, all that fun stuff. I think I might just do a lap for the hell of it where I'm just burning the rear end off just because it's fun. Is Barber known for drift courses? I don't know. Nope, overdid it, overdid it. We're okay, we're okay. Nope, we're not okay. How this last little couple areas look. Like, from this perspective, it doesn't look like I'm getting that sideways. But boy, it feels like it in the car. This one felt like a good drift. It's okay. There we go. There's your screenshot, everybody. Let's see, I've been practicing for about 15 minutes. Yeah, I'm kind of curious. What do my tires look like at the end of that? Ugh. I wonder how much of that was from the drifting, how much of it is just from existing. Missed that corner entirely. It's alright. God, that bump. Pretty good. Where's the light? Where's the light? There's a light. Not carry too much speed, we're alright. There's that. Alright. Squeeze the throttle, aim it straight, and then pray. Nope, missed that brake zone. Feck. I'm gonna have to check my gear ratio. I think I'm not utilizing fourth. Smaller number, air top speed. So there we go. Gonna go with the bigger number. One important thing about making certain that you do have the right gear ratio in it is that it actually does change the attitude of the car. It could also allow for more engine braking, which means more stopping capability, which means where I'm just barely overshooting my brake zone, I don't have to change my brake zone because now the car is more naturally slowing down in the first place. But then we get to parts like that, it's like where I kind of got an idea where I am, and then it's like, nope, you're going so much faster now. So it's a double-edged sword in the best way possible. Turned it way too early. Never saw a light because it was blocked. think what I need to do there is I need to aim to the right as I'm braking, so that way I can maximize my turn. And then somebody probably just bring them all right. Just a little dragging right there. Yes. I missed the apex, but I got a decent setup for the last turn, of which I mucked that up. So at the moment, it looks like I could probably run a 133.2 something. So I can tighten up the gear ratios even more. Probably 486. There for one last run. Looks like I'm actually going to be using the full 30-minute allotment. I don't normally do that. So I'm gonna try to take a break. Let's swing wide, braking. There's light, aim for the light. That lap was actually pretty good. It looks like I could tighten up the ratios a little bit more if I want to. Testing out the gears there. Yeah, let's go and tighten up the gear ratio a little bit more. Just that way, it's a little bit easier for me to bang through the gears. Alright. So, I should probably take it really easy on the outlap here. Make certain that I don't already abuse the tires, which I kind of already did, to be honest, with the way I left pit road. So this outlap will give me the opportunity, though, to make certain that my ratios are right. Because I skipped 2. Originally, I wanted to just skip 1. We're good. Can't be doing that. Fuck. That first downshift just screwed me up. if this is a fast lap or not, but that felt good. Nope, overdid it. I was really pushing that lap. Oh, man, my brain is gone. All right, you did enough, kid. So only two successful running laps, but that 131.603. That was a really good lap. I mean, there's a reason why I wasn't saying anything. My brain was in 100% focus mode, and my vision was on point. One thing that's often talked about with racing is you look where you want to go. Your vision is half your speed. And that lap, just my vision was basically there. And the car just felt right. So, but all right, let me go ahead and go back and pull up that fastest lap for you guys from the TV camera. And while that happens, I'm going to look up the fastest laps that I should have looked up in the first place. Whew. All right, enjoy. And yeah, that's the lap. That I was mentally using myself up that second lap. This lap currently being shown. I was definitely working for it. I'm sure a lot of people are sitting there, oh well, you could just do better. You know, why are you tired? You didn't do it that fast. And granted, you're right. I wasn't that fast. To put in perspective, the IndyCar, fastest lap with the IndyCar, Was a 1 minute 6.8. After that, let's go down to the Superbikes. Superbikes did a 1:23.4, and then the closest competitor, which is the slowest time set in a professional series, Formula 4. 1 minute 27.8. So if you were to throw a stock car onto this track with any proper pro division, this thing's gonna get its ass handed every day of the week. So, but yeah, this lap, a lot of sparks. it was fun. This is track. I'm done with this track. I don't want to race here anymore. It's just it's not that it's an inherently hard track to drive. It's an inherently hard track to drive fast. It requires a lot of the driver and track knowledge and comfort and things like that. You know, things that you would normally get, and something that I just don't have in a 30-minute window of practice. Yeah, sure, I technically went around a little bit before to get the start of streamed footage, but at the end of the day, this is what I was able to muster out of the vehicle, a 1:31.603. So, am I satisfied with that time? Oh, yeah. Is there more time in it? Yeah, there definitely is. For me, maybe not too much more time, maybe a quarter second. But yeah, that's all she wrote. And just as proof that, yeah, this is just a normal Watkins Glen with the modifications I told you about. There's your tires. Here's everything else. Steering ratio the same, offset the same, front brake bias 62 instead of 65. All the suspension gubbins, and rear end ratio. I ran a 5.14 rear end ratio. But yeah, thanks guys for tuning in, and let's take a look, see where we are going to go to next. On the right page there. Next track we're going to be going to is Brands Hatch. I'm familiar with Brands Hatch. I've actually ran a cup car at Brands Hatch once before, just as a demo kind of a thing. So I should be okay there. I should be better off there than I was here. But yeah, thanks guys for tuning in, and see you guys at Brands Hatch.